Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin pushing again. I think it just made a new 2023 high again, just about, yeah. And it's pushing further into the target area here. Already earlier today, we highlighted that really it's only done the minimum here, yeah, the 61.8 extension level. Ideally, I'd like it to push towards 40,870, yeah. But let's see. I mean, 40K is obviously a bit of a psychological resistance, but in an ideal world, according to our wave counts, we haven't seen the, it's not complete yet. Okay, so it should still push a little higher. Also, Ether performing just now, I've seen. So Ether also getting towards our next ideal target at 2,220 USD. And Bitcoin can also push a little higher, absolutely. It's got space all the way up to 43K if it needs to in this particular wave count. Can it go further? Absolutely. Absolutely. As I explained to you before, until we have the first break of a micro support level that matters, we cannot assume that a wave 2 pullback has started. We can't assume that, okay? That is why I have emphasized so often the importance of holding a core position. I think taking partial profits, in situations like these can be reasonable. But you don't want to sit on the sidelines completely. Don't be an all-in, all-out person. I've said it many, many times because, of course, it can push higher, okay? We've got two wave counts also on the daily chart. One suggests that we should start to get a Bitcoin pullback here. Wave 2 Bitcoin pullback, you could say. Let's go to the daily charts so that we should get that pullback. Again, a wave 2 pullback can be shallow, but there's no sign at all that it has started at this stage. So it's really just entered the sort of that box here in white for that wave 5 of 1. Any break above 43K would likely indicate that this is a higher B wave. That might be more bearish, but in the short term, more bullish because it would just escalate directly higher. So that is obviously a potential I've highlighted, and therefore we've got that yellow box, which ranges all the way up to 58,000. Yeah, I mean, technically it could even go further, that high B wave, okay? So just mentioning that, yeah. I can only tell you that above 43K, the next major Fibonacci level will be at 50K. So that tells you a lot about distances and how much it can move. So just because I have a support area on the chart for a wave 2, that doesn't mean the pullback has started or will now start. It just means that if it starts, this is going to be the zone we're watching for. Now, to establish if it has started, we need to see a first break of micro support, which hasn't started yet, or which hasn't broken. Okay, so micro support hasn't broken. So at the moment, it's still grinding higher. My ideal target range here for this move is between 41 and 42K. Let's see if we get there. I mean, especially here, 40,900, so basically 41K. That's the 100% extension. That is definitely one that is very relevant for this wave 5 because I see the wave 5 as an ABC structure potentially. Here as an A wave, then we had the B wave triangle, and the C wave oftentimes reaches the 100% extension 1-to-1 ratio. Earliest indication that some kind of a top is in place would be a break of that trend line here. We now have a nicely defined trend line. It looks a little bit like a wedge pattern there. Yeah, some kind of a trend channel wedge pattern. The price is moving. Yeah, could take it to 40.9K. I'm not entirely sure if this is the white count or the yellow one. In the yellow one, we can get a deeper pullback, but that wouldn't be bearish. So support for the wave 4 in yellow is down to 37.2K, but ideally it doesn't even break below 37.7K. So that's just what we have to allow it, okay? So, in case of it needs some kind of a pullback. But a break below 37,200 will be a strong indicator that a more substantial top is in place and maybe then wave 1 has topped. But so far, I don't want to confirm that. Anyway, at the moment, it would be ridiculous to confirm that. The trend is clearly still up. Interesting development today that Bitcoin is pushing while many altcoins are actually not. Yes, some are, but many are not. Like look at AVAX today, look at Phantom today, Mana, VeChain, they're not doing much today. Bitcoin, Ether are really leading the way here. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance, actually. I think the micro count, it should be clear, okay? It's just doing what we've been talking about in the last few weeks, that we wanted to get this additional extension in wave 5 of 1. Typically, when we talk about such an extension, we don't want it to be too muted. We want it to be clear, yeah? We want it to be healthy. I think at the moment it's already healthy, but can definitely still push a little higher. Looking at Bitcoin dominance. By the way, very interesting that these movements occur on weekends now, these days. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance still moving up, yeah, along this trend line. So that means just Bitcoin is still leading the way, but that situation could change soon. It is probably moving up there further into resistance, but obviously it's getting into resistance, already saw a first reaction. And if we see a break below that ascending trend line that you see there on the screen, that could be an indication really that this move to the downside has started. And that's really when also an altcoin season could start. But we're possibly not quite there yet, okay? So yeah, this is Bitcoin dominance. And then maybe a final look at market cap. Total. Let's look at total market cap. I provided a wave count for that already a few weeks ago, and I think it's going according to plan. Let's see. Yeah, also here we were waiting and watching. Basically, that's in line with the Bitcoin chart, total market cap. We were waiting and watching here for another extension higher, which is currently playing out. But that's pretty much really in line with Bitcoin total market cap. So yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a member, you get access to Discord and Telegram, lots of educational content. You get access to our chat rooms. As a gold member, you get access to additional short-term market updates, especially about Bitcoin, Ethereum, also intraday, when there are significant movements. You're always up to date there. They come out obviously before videos are posted, which take some time to upload and things like that. Yeah, plenty of extras, so check it out. And yeah, I think as I'm talking, Bitcoin is approaching the 40K mark, which is crazy on a Sunday. So really interesting. But yeah, we're heading towards the weekly candle close. So by the way, here next FIB extension target is 40,124. Yeah, not sure what all the perma bears are saying. But yeah, it's going according to plan. So hopefully you like the update. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.